So how many of you are positive here sitting? They are mentally positive. How many of you feel positive today? How many of you feel aligned today? How many of you feel that life is good and I'm going to do good and better in my life? How many of you are aligned? Really? What about others? Sitting, something will happen in life, maybe. Others are not aligned? Huh? Kyle, not aligned? Down? Energy is down? So you had tikas, that means you went to Baba Bholenath in the morning. Okay, that's good. Even I have a tika. I also adore and revere Baba. Okay. So you have a tika, that's a good sign. That means you're seeking help, you're seeking positive energy, you're seeking, alignment. That's a good part. But then Baba will only guide. Okay. Tathastu. The rest is you, action part. We live in what? Which era we are living? Kalyug. So Satyug में क्या होता था? Satyug में तो you can put at one leg and wait for Baba and Baba will come up, will come down and will give you Tathastu आपको वहां कर देंगे. But in this era, Tathastu is something that Baba will only give you hints, directions. Okay? So if you believe in God, how many of you believe in God? How many of you believe in God? So if you believe in God, if you believe in that positive energy, whatever that is, so that energy will only give you hints, will give you directions. But if you're conscious, if you're aware, you will identify those hints. So Baba told that sir's train will load. So Baba told me, come and speak to the students. And I was willing to speak. So I saw that this is an opportunity. Because I can see, when I saw the feedback form, I could see some students are very negative. They're stressed, fatigue is there, social media addiction is there. So when I saw, because when you put the feedback, I go through them and I read them. And I exactly am able to understand what is going in your head right now. It is very overwhelming. Preparation is very overwhelming. So many things happening, so much syllabus is remaining, this is happening. And that is where you have to hold your ground, relax, think, strategize, and ask yourself what I can do. 1 task, 2 tasks, or 3 tasks a day. I cannot do 10 tasks. I can do only 1 or 2 tasks. What that task should be? What should be the priority of those tasks? Still, people who are targeting prelims, 6 months are there. Now, some people are not serious here. Might not be serious. It does not matter. If you're serious about your life, then life will smile back at you. And if you're not serious about the life, then you can decide for yourself. I want everybody in the class to be more accountable, more disciplined, more regular, more consistent, and aligned to the goal of cracking civil service examination in the first attempt. And if you want, just listen and surrender to what we are putting effort. There are certain things which might be beyond our control, but what can be in our control, us par hum kaam karenge. And I want complete honesty from your side. If you have any problem, concern, come and discuss with me. I'll sit with you and make sure those issues are addressed. A lot of things are in my control, not control also. But today's cert train got late and he been messaging me in morning. I thought, okay, some dharna is going on, and he, normally he comes, where he stays 1.5 hours from here. So he comes from his hometown in Haryana border. That train is stuck at some place. Now this is beyond our control. We can crib, we can question. You can say, sir, first class, why it is getting late? Even I am little, but then I said, what can I do anything? I can ask sir to be more conscious maybe next time. Make sure that, because students are waiting in the class. I said, let's go and speak to them. Let's ask them how things are there. Are you aligned? Are you feeling positive? Because every day you will feel down. There are days when you feel down, and that is where you have to push yourself. The struggles that you are going mentally, these all are struggles in your mind. Moment that stress and struggle come, be and take action. What action you have taken since morning? I want to ask. How many of you got up around 6-7 a.m. in the morning here? I want to ask this. Tell me what action you did to your civil service preparation since morning. Some people were in optional class, not for them, but others. Okay. Students were not in the optional class and they started early in the morning, 7 a.m. How many? Anybody? अभी किसी का हाथ नहीं उठेगा. So what you did in the morning? आज क्या पढ़ा? क्या किया? What? Tell me one thing you did in the morning which was productive for preparation. You picked history, NCERT. Okay, fair enough. And what you did, you studied. You did the reading part. So what is the plan for how many weeks or days you intend to complete the NCERT? Within a week. And then after that, what you will do? And after that, what you will do? You will attempt a right test here, Laksh test or Prayas test. That is actionable. You have access to those things. If you have access, come and take best use of that. Because the learning has to be more effective. If you are just reading, zero accountability. If you are revising, again, accountability cannot be assessed. But if you give test, if you write, if you teach, if you take action, that will improve the outcome of preparation. So I want everybody, now people who want to crack prelims, abhi main kya karunga? I'm going to target all the students. I'm already, the messaging has started. I'm going to touch all the students of last 2 years, 3 years who are part of the institute, and they are, I'll ask them to start preparation, reach out to us, give test, identify the gap areas. Because I'm telling by proof of concept. There's a proof of concept. I have students जो prelims निकाले हैं. I have a proof of concept that how you can crack prelims. There are students who will not crack prelims if they don't invest in the process wisely. Okay, so आपकी productivity बहुत important है. Always ask, and productivity का सबसे पहला rule है strong mindset and remove the distractions in your preparation. Whatever those distractions are, whatever the negative energies are, identify where you are spending your mobile more apart from your studies. Remove those distractions. Slowly, one by one, reduce them. उसका noise कम करोगे तो signal का ratio बढ़ जाएगा. Signal versus noise. Elon Musk, he's the richest person in the world. How much wealth he has? $500 billion. $500 billion. Okay. Do you think that is quite sufficient? But he's still working 18 hours, 16 hours a day. Do you think he's working for money? I mean, he's working for his passion. Paisa to, 20 years ago, he as a part of inventor in the Silicon Valley, probably he had millions. And today he has billions. So what is your goal? How many of you have goal here? And how many, ask yourself, speak to yourself about your goal. How many of you still see your goal card? मैंने goal card बनवाए थे. How many of you have goal card? So when was the last time you read a goal card? Akash, when was the last time you saw your goal card? 5 days ago, 10 days ago, 1 month? Huh? Last week. So you checked your goal card last week. So goal, bhul gaya. This memory, we work in a repetition is the key. When you see the goal card every day, the goal is in front of you. You're aligned towards a goal. Moment you see your goal card, okay. When you write goals, you're aligned. This is my work. Instead of worrying and taking the challenges and there are a number of issues, you are aligned to what is required. You're sitting here in the class, aligned to the goal. I will study to this topic. I'll make sure this topic is covered. I'll revise this. Negativity is not there. Moment you start your action, the rest. And then that struggle, because preparation is a long journey. After 500 days, you'll crack prelim. 500 days, every day if you invest, because let's assume that you are investing preparation for 1.5 years. After 500 days, you will crack prelims. After maybe 700, maybe 600 days, you will crack mains. So every day is important. Every effort you put, which is aligned towards your goal of cracking UPSC. How many of you really want to see yourself as civil servant? कितने लोग अपने आप को civil servant की तरह देखते हैं? Assume that you already an IAS and IPS officer. What you will do if you're an IAS or IAS officers? आप क्या करोगे अगर आप civil servant बन गए हो तो? जो भी अच्छा काम करोगे, whatever work you will do. Now tell yourself, how can I reach there? Because you already reached there, but how can I, if I have to start from today to reach there, what should I do? By step-by-step approach. Okay? So when you have that thing in your mind and constantly you're thinking, you're aligned, when you're walking, you are conscious, you're aware of what is happening around you. The negativities will come down. I will share you a ritual, but not today, because I want to share that ritual only with those people who are serious. I don't want non-serious people here. If you're serious, we'll go out of the way to help you. If you're non-serious, believe me, thank you very much. If you're serious about your life, serious about the investment, because this is an investment, this time is an investment. I want everybody should be aligned to the goal. And I will share you in the next few weeks, I'll share you a ritual. But that ritual, every day you have to do. That ritual is half an hour ritual. If you do it every day, your productivity will go 2x. And this I'm telling by my own experience. All my students who are giving interview, they are following that ritual. Everybody is following that ritual. And when I ask them what has changed, they are more aligned towards their goal. Because my target is that you have to score 200. Your target is to have to clear prelims. Your target is you have to clear mains. Then you have to clear interview. Then your name will come in the list. So step-by-step process. Macro goal, civil servant. Micro goal, prelims, mains, interview. Then make a list of areas. How can I crack prelims? Then in those areas, there are certain things in your control. What I can do, which are in my control. The areas which are not in control, which you depend on institute, that will take care of that. If you do this ritual for regularly for next 1 year, you are there in the list. Nobody can stop you. It is you who is stopping yourself from the selection process. But I want to make sure that I will share that ritual only with students who are serious. It's a half an hour ritual every day. It's like going to the God and surrendering yourself every day. It's like that. But after that ritual, your productivity will go 2x. I can assure you that. But you have to follow that every day. If you're not serious, thank you very much, because it will not work for you. If you just want to spend money, come here and stay, it's completely okay. So it is very important that you being aligned to the requirements of UPSC. I have to crack prelims, what should I do? I have to crack mains, what should I do? So these are 3 things. First, right now, if you have less time for self-study, just make sure that revision of the old subject and cover the static, NCERT, nothing else. Class notes and static.